Hey, trans girls, what's up? I hope y'all got time for me today because we're gonna have a nice little cozy conversation here. I hope you got time because this is the basics 101. We gonna have a good talk. Now I'm talking to the trans women that I'm talking to, women that are trans that have already done their full transition over, uh, men that are going through their transition and don't know much about it. And I want to talk to this talk and have this conversation because um, y'all know that I come from different walks of life, and people like to talk to me because they know they can, and they know that I'm educated on that topic, and they know what I'm telling them is coming from a good place because if it's not coming from a good place, then that means I'm feeling some type of way about myself and I'm projecting my energy off on other people. And that's something that I try not to do. In the past, I have done that because hurt people. But um, for the most part, for the most popular generations and generations that I deal with, um, I try to come from a loving place with every conversation I have because I feel pretty good about myself. And if I'm not there, then I'm not going to say anything and I'm not going to say nothing bad or say nothing because I know that that represents me and I'm only saying how I feel about myself. So a lot of people trust me with different type of conversations. And like I said, I have strangers come up to me and just start spilling their guts out, and they can spill their guts out to me in about 5 minutes, and I get the whole lifeline, I get the whole story. And so I've had a couple of male associates or something, or come up to me, and want to talk, and they talk to other people and let them know that they were making the transition, but they wanted to have the real talk with me, and they saved the best for last. They tell everybody, and then they come to me because they know they're gonna get the full rundown. So without that being said, let's get on to the conversation. So um with a lot of males transitioning over to females, I want y'all to understand something here, ladies. It's not all about the look. It's not about the look. It's not all about, the makeup. It's not all about the hair. It's not all about the purse toting. It's not all about putting on the heels. It's not about the fancy clothes. That's not what makes a woman. What makes a woman is her strength, her confidence, her trials, her tribulations, how she's able to um, maneuver through life. Period. How she's able to get through everything that's being thrown at her. I'm telling you, we're gonna have a cozy conversation here. It's more to a woman than just how she looks. I want y'all to let that soak in because anybody could look like a woman. Hell, you could not only can a man put on a wig and put on makeup and put on heels and put on a purse and put on some jazzy clothes and drive a jazzy car and have a jazzy bank account and look like a woman. Hell, dogs can too. I see these people on here putting wigs on their pugs and painting their nails. Anybody can look like a woman. Anybody. That's not the deal, looking like a woman. The deal is knowing how to carry yourself as a woman. Now, when you let that click, that goes with the purse and the heels and the makeup, the foundation. That goes with it. That you got to know how to carry yourself before you can do anything. Hell, a tree, I can go outside and put a wig on a damn tree. Anybody can look like a woman. But it's all about how you carry yourself, how you want to be seen, how you want others to see you, how you want to portray. It's about forming a character that they may seem distant to you, and then later on stepping into that energy, actually becoming that character. It's like building a bear. Nobody jumps into a role of a woman. Nobody jumps directly into a role of a man. You have to go through things to become a man. You have to go through things to become a woman. And so that's why I'm here, because I want to take some of this stuff out of here. So you don't have to go through all of these type of things about what you wish you had known 15 or 20 years later into your transition. So y'all know my channel. I basically see a lot of things that other people don't see, and I speak out on them. And I basically speak out on things that people do see and want to say, but don't have the courage to say. But see, I come from a mother, even though she taught me this, it didn't always reflect what was coming out of her mouth, but it reflected on me what was coming out of her mouth. I was raised by a mother that what's right is right and what's wrong is wrong. And that's what I've always adapted to. What's right is right and what's wrong is wrong. So with some of these transitional women, male to female, what I see wrong here, and I'm addressing this because we all have to live in this world here until our time is up. So if we're going to live in this world together, and you're going to make that change, and you're going to do that there that you're going to do, then everybody needs to feel comfortable. You need to be feeling comfortable about the transition and the choices that you make it. People need to feel comfortable about the changes and the changes that you make it, and people need to feel comfortable about themselves too, so they can relay love. That's the only reason why I'm here. Everybody got to live in this world, so we might as well make it a comfortable place. As comfortable as we can get it. Perfect, it'll never be. But comfortable, yes. We want to make the world comfortable for you, for me, for everybody around, so everybody can live in the world. And what I'm seeing here out of some of these men, right, that's transitioning to women, once they get over there, there's a strong need for competition. There's a strong hatred. Now, let me say this. I know for a fact that some women don't treat you right as well, but by you being a man, you should understand, or you understand that how they feel, because you are a man before you are anything. So it gets muddy right there, because some cis women are going to mistreat you because they feel like you are in their space. Now you're competing for them at the same thing that they want, or they trying to get, the husband, the dog, the picket fences, now you over there, and it knocks them out the box. This is how some of them feel. Not really understanding that a person gonna go after what they want to go after. And most of the time, the people that go after what they go after already had these desires in the first place. So there's going to be a shaded area with that. But what I'm seeing here, back to what I was saying, what I'm seeing here that's totally wrong is when you go competing with women, and you know that yourself, that you are biologically man, and you take your estrogen, and you start forming, and you start looking softer, and now it's getting to the point you blending in so good that another woman can't even tell you apart from another woman, and you go to beat her down. You want to fight, and you already knowing that you're not gonna win, and she ain't even knowing this because you a man. That's not right. Just like I see a lot of men that transition, and once they transition, they want to go into the women's rings. They're starting to figure out now that some of these women are entering, some of these transitional women are entering into boxing and entering into kickboxing and entering into wrestling and entering into basketball and entering this and that. You already know you finna win before you even step in there, because you already got an advantage over here, because you already know who you are. She doesn't know who you are. Those type of things are not right there. It's like, if you want to be a trans woman, compete with trans women. That's not right for you to carry a secret hidden identity, and you already know you gonna whoop them. You already know you gonna beat them. You already know you gonna do something to them. You already know that you got an extra set of muscles that they don't have. Now that's a coward now. That ain't even no trans woman. That's a coward now. So it's all about learning how to carry yourself as a woman. And this is the thing. Today, when I was on TikTok, I had saw this video, right? And there was a trans woman. They was like at the store, and this gets on my nerves too. So I'm just putting this out here how it went. I understood what the trans woman was saying, but she didn't have to go that hard on the real woman. So there was a line where you go pay your bills. And so there was a trans woman, and she looked really nice, and she was dressed beautiful. She had a long, pretty blonde wig on. She had a little tight dress on. That she had a little hip surgery, a little BBL, and she had some little gold shoes, and she had a little polish on, and she had a little purse. And there was a real woman that was standing beside her. And then there was a man on the other side. So the real woman, the cis woman, and the man was having conversation. They was dialoguing back and forth. And so the trans woman was trying to take care of her business. But the cis woman was so close up on her, like she was trying to be nosy and see what was going on and see what she was doing. So people sitting there, waiting to be serviced out here in the crowd or whatever. And the trans woman got upset because the woman was all in her personal space, which I understand, but the way she brought it was wrong. She started calling the cis woman all kind of names, and bitch, you bald head, bitch, look at the top of your head. The woman had like the cis woman had like some dreads in her hair, but it was thinning on the top. And the trans woman, she was that mad that she called the woman all kind of bitches for being in her personal space. Bitch, look at your head. She took her phone. The trans woman took her phone and put it on top of the woman's head and was recording the woman's head. Bitch, look at your motherfucking head with your bald ass head, you bald ass head, bitch. And why is you standing close to me when I'm trying to get help? Would you want me standing in front of your standing there close to you while you trying to take care of your business, you bald head bitch, and put the camera all on her head and stuff like that? What the fuck wrong with you? And all of this stuff. And the man that you talking to, he just want to F you. That's why y'all talking. He just want to F you. It came from such a hating place that it made me feel like it was more to the story than her being in her personal space, because all you had to do was say, hey babe, you too close, back up, give me a little space here, I'm trying to take care of my business. Where I'm from here in Illinois, somebody close to us, we'll say 6 feet, give us some feet, get back, get 2 feet, give us some, stand back, you too close. But the way she done that woman was terrible. And the cis woman already knew not to get Dougie with her because she was a man. And you could tell she was ready to throw. And you could tell she could throw. But it was just the fact that mechanically, wirely speaking, in the trans cis mind, why would you want to get to fighting with a real woman when you already know that she ain't wired to beat you? Like, what is, it's something deeper than the 6 feet that you was requiring about. I'm not saying that the woman wasn't wrong. She wasn't wrong at all. But that came from another space there. Was you mad because the man wasn't hollering at you? What was it? Was more personal than what was going on. You see what I'm saying? And so it's like you have to know how to tote yourself when you become a woman. Now there's different modes of women. There's all type of designs of women to choose from, whether that be a ghetto woman that look like, she's out of the projects. I've seen men that like that, and that's what they emulate. Women that got the braids and the Kool-Aid, and they got and but they have the men, and they get Louis Vuitton purses, and they live in the jets, and they got dope boys that bring their money in $2,000, and they rent only $3. There's classy women to choose from. There's quiet women to choose from. There's subtle women to choose from. Every woman has her own style. There's women like me that's eccentric to choose from. That kind of has that Erykah Badu type of vibe, that has that jazzy Jill Scott type of vibe. There's every woman to choose from that you want to, get in character with, or that you want to be like. So you choose one of those women, whether it's the ghetto women or whether it's the classy woman, it's the jazzy woman. That's not the problem. The problem is all of these women across the board need to know how to carry themselves. That's the problem. Every woman, it ain't nothing wrong with her being ghetto and talking ghetto slang. Ain't nothing wrong with that. But she still need to know how to carry herself. She still need to know how to talk to people. She still need to know how to be a woman. The jazzy woman still needs to know how to be a jazzy woman. The quiet woman, the subtle woman, still needs to know how to be. Everybody needs to know how to be a woman and have some umph about themselves and have some finesse about themselves. That's what it's about. You can be any type of woman you want to be. You can be Shaquanda. Ain't no problem with Shaquanda as long as Shaquanda got style and grace about herself, and she know how to move and maneuver when she's out. Because this is the thing. Even though we are in the same boat, even though we are competing for the same man, even though these men are attracted to trans men or whatever the deal is, at the end of the day, a man is still a man. And I'm going to tell you something that a real man ain't going to have. I ain't talking about no little boy. I'm talking about a man. A real man ain't going to have no loud ass barking ass woman around him. He's not going to be toting you on his shoulder and you acting a damn fool. I don't care if you a real woman or if you a trans woman. It don't matter. A man ain't going to have you embarrassing him. And he ain't even that type of man, and you bringing all that type of crap to him. A real man like a woman that's quiet and sit in her place and pop off when she need to pop off. Not because she needs attention, not because she wants to be seen, not drawing all this stuff to him. He ain't gonna be spending no $2,000 and $3,000 on you for no bag. He ain't finna be buying you no car and paying your rent. You out here acting a damn fool. You couldn't get a real man nowhere. You can get him for 5 minutes in the bed, he gone, and he don't even want you to tell nobody he been there. But as far as you taking him up, going up into his house, meeting his mama and his grandmama and his kids and all of this stuff, his brothers, you ain't going up in there. Now, I drop your ass off at the doghouse. I'll drop your ass off at the damn club when I'm done with you. I'll drop your ass off at the loony bin when I'm done with you. But for you to be stepping up in my mama house and grandmama house, he ain't taking you up in there. You forget about it. And you better forget about it. So I'm just saying, I'm just having this talk here. When you make your transition, know how to carry yourself. Have some umph about yourself. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, I'm not saying that real women don't come unglued, or some of them. Every woman thinks different. Every woman has a certain type of level of wisdom that she sit on. Some of them might disrespect you or might cuss you out or might want to get into it with your hell. Some of them might think they can whoop you. You know, I see studs and male to female, female to male that think they can whoop men all the time, and some of them have. But I'm just saying, you got to know how to carry yourself, and you got to know how to look. You can't be out here, feeling that type of way and going off. If a woman cussing you out, she just running her mouth for the most part. She ain't finna whoop you, and you know that you sitting there looking like a Terminator in a dress. What she finna do with you? She just venting. And then too, if you want to be a woman, I need you to understand this. Y'all starting to get the women problems. Y'all starting to get beat on by these men because some of these men can't handle the reality that they're attracted to men. Some men won't date a man that straight up look like a man. So if she in makeup and heels and she had surgery, that is better for him. It takes the edge off. It don't look like he's just strictly dating a straight out man, and he don't have to say he flat out gay. It just the trans thing it puts another spin on it. You got to understand that as well. But if you're gonna be a trans woman, you got to understand that you're gonna be taking on a lot of cis women problems as well. Some of y'all gonna come up missing like regular women that's dating these men. Some of y'all gonna come up out like real women do by these men. Y'all gonna get beat night and day. Y'all gonna get this and that. Understand what you're taking on now. It all goes together. Some of y'all men is 2 times bigger than these women. But then when you get with these men that you want, you can't do nothing to him. He beating you down. You got muscle mass and you can't even beat him back. But this is what these women been taking. I just want y'all to understand the assignment that goes with this. Y'all coming up missing more than the regular women because a lot of us is cool on y'all now because what y'all have already done to us. And we don't want to be bothered. A lot of us single women are at home enjoying our snacks, enjoying our TVs, enjoying our TikToks, enjoying our computers, enjoying whatever we enjoying. Let y'all have that. Now y'all catching the flat. Now y'all was getting hammer time, getting beat down. Because this is what y'all want. So understand what you want. Understand what you want is what you're going to get. And so, I ain't gonna keep running my mouth, but I just wanted to kind of create some type of canvas, some type of picture here. The moral of the story is we have to all be comfortable. And you trans women gonna have to learn how to have some style and grace about yourself. I don't care if it's a trans woman or a regular woman or people in general, straight men, straight women. I don't care who it is. People look so more attractive when they minding their own damn business and they being quiet and they ain't trying to be seen or heard and they doing what they supposed to be doing. You might not know that, but you don't never know who looking at you. You don't know. People look attractive when they doing what they supposed to be doing. But when you get up barking, coming all up over the place, real women and trans women, when you get up trying to be seen and creating scenarios that really ain't happening because there's an underlying, that don't look good on your behalf, baby. Any of you. And I'm just saying that because people jumping out here and everybody's lines is getting twisted up and it's causing a whole big frickus. It's causing, I'm like these folks, it's causing a big shit show. It's causing a lot of things that don't have to be caused here, only because people don't know their place as a woman, as a man, as a trans woman, as a trans man, as a straight man, as a straight woman. Don't nobody seem to know their place no more. This is why I never hardly come out no more. It's a whole lot of hate. It's a whole lot of envy. It's a whole lot of jealousy. It's a whole lot of conniving stuff going on. It's a whole lot of premeditated stuff going on. But you can't hardly find no love nowhere. You can't find no compassion halfway nowhere. You can't find no sympathy nowhere. You can't even find no prayer nowhere. Ask somebody for prayer to be witchcraft upside down. You better. let me get off of here. Cause see, this conversation don't have to come to no end messing with me. It could keep on going. Trans women learn some etiquette, learn how to talk to folks, learn how to be a classy woman, whichever woman you gon' choose to be, whichever woman that you pick out of the universe. There's trillions of women to choose from. If you want to look and act like Billie Holiday, find out how she acted and moved. So later on, you can start acting and moving like that. Not you somewhere, you bald head bitch. Ain't nobody looking at you at this point. Nobody. If you want to act like Grace Jones, take a course on it and find out how Grace Jones act. Do something. Get this shit together.